Hi everybody, my name is Marikuma. Today we are going to talk about divination and clairvoyance. I am going to use books that I have learned and I'm going to read it out to y'all, okay? So this is going to be more of like a teaching type of video, the best way that I can show you guys, and little tips and tricks to strengthen your intuition and to get a more better feel for those of you guys who have if you're like some of us, you have dreams that come true, right? And you wonder what's going on, or maybe you have a feeling about something and then it happens, right? And you may be experiencing like visions or abilities to see into the future, understand the past, or predict the present, or to look at situations and see how they unravel or how they can unfold, right? We're going to tackle that for these videos. Now, without further ado, I will also add that, like many people, I have a lot to learn. I have been on this journey for 5 years, and so I'm still learning new things every day. To say that I'm a master would be an understatement, because I feel like in this world that we live in, there's thousands of things you can learn, especially when you're in the spiritual, okay? Or in the metaphysical or the Wiccan or pagan or witchcraft, right? There's different ways of doing things and there's different senses of learning. So for you guys who may be interested or just want to know how to strengthen your intuition or to be able to control visions a little bit better or just have a more understanding of what's going on, this may be for you. Now, without further ado, like I said before, we're using books that I've used, okay? So we're going to read the Complete Grimoire, Magical Practices and Spells for Awakening Your Inner Witch by Linda Paradas. So the fabulous Linda, who is also the creator of Wiccan Tips, which I believe I kind of follow that and is really good if you guys want to try. I love how she wrote the book. I love how she uses instructions as well as how she gives you what it is on each chapter, what they mean, tips and tricks. And it's easy for you to understand, okay? Because she summarizes it. And she also has pictures that you can look at. Like for some of it, for card reading, there's different ways to go about it. You can also learn how to do palms and other stuff by reading this book. So I like it. I liked reading it. So without further ado, let's get into divination, okay? All right, this will be on chapter 7. And the reason why I'm tackling it on Wednesday is because I know Monday is good for it, and I believe Wednesdays are too. Now, we're kind of tackling days of correspondence as well. Hopefully I got the days right. Divination. Many witches like to include divination as a part of their craft. When we tune in to our intuition, and sometimes use tools to channel it, we are able to access our higher self, to find answers and guidance. In this chapter, I talk about the sense that allows us to perceive these messages, and the tools that allow us to focus and interpret them. Here we will discover your main clair sense. So when she says clair, she means clairvoyance, which we'll get into in the next page, okay? Here you will discover your main clair sense, as well as how to use tools like tarot, the pendulum, or the runes to help you find answers to your questions. Keep in mind that divination is always subject to your interpretation. So it follows on how you can be able to relay it out. Okay, so if I pull out cards and this has you're struggling with communication, right? And how to help you with your communication is misunderstanding and miscommunication. And then the outcome is, encouragement and enduring fruits of your labor, right? Those two can be kind of funky, your problem and your solution. So how can you both have miscommunication and a misunderstanding? How can that help you with communicating to other people? You have to kind of figure out what, okay, like here's the thing. What is God or the universe or the higher power or whoever is from the beyond, right? Trying to tell you what that message is. You have to try to, I wouldn't say you have to try to figure it out, but you have to understand what they're trying to let you know to help you out with whatever that you're doing. So yeah, that's what she means by interpretation. At least that's how I would take it, right? Anyways, keep in mind that divination is always subject to your interpretation, and it offers guidance more that straightforward answers. You and your actions are the ones that dictate your destiny, so you're in charge of your own fate. Divination may seem like something that only gifted people can do. So some people will tell you guys that only special people have this gift. In my opinion, everybody has the gift to have divination and clairvoyance. It is a gift that all of us possess. It's just a gift that a lot of us forgot that we have. It is something that you need to strengthen. Like all senses, you have to strengthen this one, okay? Whilst it's true that there are people born with certain skills, these skills can be trained with a appropriated tool that resonates with you and practice. You can master divination. There is no one sense or tool that is superior to the rest. It is a matter of preference and knowing when and how to use them. So for this one, right, I know that I'm kind of going and reading and explaining to you guys, but I want you guys to understand, okay? When they say certain people are special people, me personally, I feel like everybody can learn how to do it, okay? There are some people who are born with that gift a little bit more easy than other people. Some people are going to have to really work and train hard on it, and others it comes a little bit more easier too, okay? You don't have to be somebody who's a witch or born in a family that practices the craft or is metaphysical or spiritual, okay, to be able to see or understand. You just have to be able to train yourself and be able to get how you interpret things, okay? When I say interpret, how do you understand whatever that you're trying to do? When I'm using cards, okay, each card represents different things. So depending on where my cards are landed, on whichever question that I ask and is placed there, right, I have to understand what I'm feeling from it. Like I'm getting an energy from my cards when I'm doing my readings. I'm hearing them. I'm hearing things that are explaining to me what it means. I'm seeing it. I'm visioning what it's trying to tell me and a bunch of other things, okay? But this is something that I had to work on and understand how I can be able to read whatever that the universe or the higher power is trying to show me when I'm doing these readings, when I'm doing y'all's readings or my own, right? It takes time. Now, does that mean that card reading or tarot is more superior than pendulum, which is like, for example, right, if I was going to do a pendulum, I would definitely use a clear quartz crystal because I want to have energy that's clear, but I also want it to be cleansed, right? So, again, some people use different things, and that is fine. Nothing wrong with it, but it would be like this. Okay, you wrap around your finger once, and it will swing this way or this way for yes, and this way for no, and maybe on the side to side for a maybe, okay? And so you'll ask a question, and you don't move your hands, and you allow it to swing on its own, and it will show you the answers. But it takes time to practice and understand that, okay? That doesn't mean that this is the best way than that. It just depends on what you're comfortable with using and how you can use it for whatever that you need, okay? So next up, we are going to learn about different types of clairvoyancy, okay? Stay tuned for more, guys.